Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Olivia if you're new here, and I hope you're all doing really well. I noticed in my last video that my camera was being a little bit off and a little bit blurry, so if that does happen in this video I do apologise. I currently can't afford a new camera, and this G7X I haven't used that much. Then again, it has been everywhere with me and I have thrown it about quite a bit, so maybe the focusing on the camera is just going, I'm not too sure, but if it does go I do apologise. I'm going to try and make it through the video and edit it and see how it turns out, but I hope you're all well. This is a bit of a new and different video, so I'm going to be starting an Instagram help series. So those of you that don't know, I work mainly on Instagram, and I don't primarily use YouTube. I do more TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz. I absolutely love Instagram and I've fallen head over heels for it since probably August last year when I started taking it seriously as a content creator and working with brands. It's now nearly a year since I've been working on Instagram, and I've worked with over 50 brands, which is crazy to think, but it just goes to show what actual money can be made from influencing, what you can get from creating content on Instagram, and the kind of people you meet and can work with. I've made some of the best friends, and we're going to a Starbucks influencing event very soon. So Instagram is definitely worth taking the hack of, getting to know, and I think these are tips and tricks that you will not know and hopefully will help you on your Instagram journey too. Got some apps to speak about. We've also got some new features that Instagram has launched that should help with your reels and growth. Instagram is constantly changing and evolving at the moment to compete with TikTok. I really strongly believe that Pinterest is going to become the new Instagram, because Instagram aren't listening to its viewers and they're not becoming a photo app anymore. They're going primarily into video, which is what TikTok does. Why compete with someone that does something so well anyway? I have no idea. Instagram is constantly trying to compete. It very rarely pushes content out to new people anymore at the moment. I don't think the recommendation settings that they've got are right, so it's a bit hit and miss, and you may find that some techniques work and some techniques don't. Honestly, there's a lot of creators really struggling to fathom the algorithm right now, and it's not just that the algorithm isn't working in our favour, it's that Instagram is working against people that want to keep Instagram as a photo sharing app. People like photographers that have never done videography before, their work isn't reaching as much anymore because now they're having to step into reels. It's just a very different scenario for everybody, and times are changing. So hopefully this video will help you understand a few more features that Instagram have released to make it easier for you to create reels and blow up with reels, as well as some of the apps that I use to plan out my content, to share my content, to make my content more consistent and easy with scheduling. But yeah, let's jump into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about in this video are the different apps and things that I use to help me on my Instagram, to help plan my content, to help schedule my content, and to create content that is engaging, different, and something that you haven't really seen before in your feed. So the first app that I use is a preview app. Now, quite a lot of you might have heard of the preview app. It's free to download on the App Store. However, you do have to purchase some kind of features, but the preview app offers so many features that can help you, and it's pretty much all in one app. I just tend to use different apps to do stuff at the moment, but yeah, the preview app is absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's free to download. You can use a free version that allows you to do the very basics, and then you can move up to the pro version, and I think there's an even pro version that you can pay for. I think you can either pay yearly subscriptions or monthly subscriptions, something like that, and I don't think it's that much if you're going to get use out of it every single month. Obviously, if you're making money and turning stuff over as an influencer, it's worth the investment. If you're not, maybe have another think about it, and see if you can use any other apps that are a bit more free with the features that you want in the pro version. But yeah, the preview app I've used since day one of being on Instagram. It basically allows you to plan out your feed and decide where you want your photos to go. You can drag and drop photos wherever you need, and then it's also just released a feature where you can see your reels on your feed. So before it was really difficult because Instagram would want you to post reels and you'd be posting reels and they won't show up on your preview feed, so you can plan your feed properly. But now you can also plan your reels, you can plan carousels, and you can plan like the layout and drag and drop stuff around of how you want it to be. I found this so easy to plan an aesthetic feed. I use it for all my clients, just to make sure everything's laid out how it should be, and it gives you a good idea of what content you've got to post. I've never personally used a scheduler through preview. I prefer to use the Facebook Meta Planner, which I will talk about in a second. But yeah, I think Preview app is amazing at just planning, getting that aesthetic look on your feed that you can't. I haven't seen an app like it or as good as it, and I think it is Instagram approved, so because you have to log in through Instagram to get on the app, obviously there's a danger in that Instagram could recognise that as a dodgy app and think you're trying to buy followers or whatever. But I think Instagram approves this one, I'm pretty sure. I've never had a problem with it, and loads of creators use it as well. Also, another great thing about the Preview app is you can pay for the pro version, which I think I might start doing, and you can start to split images. Now, one of the great examples is Holly Mayland, I think that's her name. I'll show you her Instagram here. She splits all her images and does some amazing artwork with it on her wall. I think it's definitely worth it. I don't know if she uses the Preview app to do it, but I know you can do this kind of work through the Preview app, and I just think it's amazing. It looks so good on your Instagram, but obviously again that takes lots of planning, lots of time. You have to post in threes, otherwise it won't always fit. So yeah, it's definitely down to the planning and organisation. If you want your Instagram to look aesthetic, use the Preview app, download it, have a play around with it. The next app I want to talk about is the Ninetales app. Now, Ninetales is quite a new app. I just found out about it in the last month or so. I find it really useful for planning content in an aesthetic way. So using different kind of features, such as putting messages over photos, using like the airdrop feature. I'll just show you here what some of the things I've created. I find it really engaging and different because you don't see a lot of things like this on Instagram. It also helps to mix up your aesthetic on Instagram. So if your wall's looking a bit boring, a bit bland, if you feel like your engagement's down, something like this can pick it back up and make people look, save and share your content. Now, the Ninetales app, you do have to pay to be on it. I think I pay £30 for a year. Don't quote me on it, I'm not too sure. But I think there is a free feature that you can play around with and just see what it's like, but it'll have a watermark. But there's loads of ways to edit photos in there. You can also edit stories, carousels, reels, the lot. It does loads of different things, invitations. It's a bit like Canva, but a lot more on a smaller scale, but with the templates a lot better for Instagram and built in already. So I definitely recommend using this app if you want to, you know, spice up your Instagram feed, use something different and probably get your engagement up too. The next app I'm going to talk about is CapCut. Now, CapCut is an app that allows you to add captions really cool to your videos. I've only found out about this in the last week since watching one of these videos myself on Instagram, so I haven't had that much time to play around with it, but from what it looks amazing, super easy, and also a great way to utilise your content both in Instagram and TikTok. Some creators really struggle with like republishing, saving videos, doing all that jazz, finding the music again, whereas CapCut, you can just create the whole video in there and then export it and then post it to TikTok, to Instagram separately without having to remove the watermark or save the video and audio separately too. CapCut allows you to create videos such as having text behind me right now, or walking in front of text and it disappearing. It also allows for auto-generated captions, so you don't have to type a caption on the text all the time. A bit like the Instagram feature that we see in stories where I would be talking and text would come up down the side. CapCut does the exact same, and you can edit the captions and replace them and change the text, and it just looks a lot more funky, a lot more different. You're not restricted into Instagram's caption kind of aesthetic, if you like. It looks different to the feed and looks like you put more effort into your reels and videos. The last app / piece of software that I'm going to speak about is the Facebook publishing tool. So Instagram now allows you to publish on Facebook. So through Facebook you can go onto the planner. I'll show you how it's done here, but you can go onto the planner and you can basically click on a date that you want to publish your content, schedule your content if you like. A bit like YouTube will let you do. You can now schedule reels through Facebook. However, I think they're only rolling this out to test with a few places. The only downside to scheduling a reel with Instagram through Facebook is that you can't select your sounds. It's very minimalistic, like you can only post your video and that's pretty much about it. You can add the caption. Hashtags are a bit more difficult, and you can't tag people or add the paid partnership label. Nothing like that is on that level at the moment, so I would say stick to posting reels either through Buffer or through a different scheduling app, or possibly just stick to saving them on Instagram drafts. However, I've been finding it so difficult with Instagram drafts at the moment. I was trying to film a video this morning on Reels and then I did the transition. It worked, it was fine. The sound was playing up though, and then I went to go film the last bit and it all just went black, and then it said there was a technical difficulty and deleted the whole thing. So I think be careful with Reels when you're trying to create them. Make sure you're saving them at the end, and just be prepared that if you are filming in an app such as TikTok or Instagram, sometimes the app can crash and you'll lose your footage. including if the app updates you'll lose all your drafted reels, which is super annoying, and I wish Instagram would fix it, but I guess there's just no way at the moment for us to do anything about it until they do. So back the content up, back the footage up, save it if you can. You can click the little down arrow in the reels, and also in TikTok you can do the exact same, but I definitely recommend saving your content. But yeah, using the Facebook scheduling tool is really helpful if you've got a really busy week and you're just wanting to post some branded content. I've got 5 brand deals going out this week alone, as well as my competition announcement. If you haven't entered yet, go check it out. You can win a free night stay at 44 Renshaw. All you have to do is like the post, like and follow Renshaw's post, and also follow my post and tag a bestie that you take with you. You can win one free night with your bestie to go to Liverpool. The apartments there are literally so gorgeous. But yeah, for someone like me that's got a lot of brand deals going out and a really busy week, and I might not have time to post at the time that I want to, which is the optimal time, then it's great for just letting the post go out and having it scheduled, so you don't even have to think about it. As soon as you've scheduled that in Facebook, it will automatically post to Instagram. You don't have to worry about going on there and pressing any buttons at all. It'll just show up on your feed. Another really great thing about Facebook scheduling is we'll tell you the optimal times that your audience are active. So the optimal times to post, the optimal times that you'll get the most engagement for your post. So I definitely have a look at them. It will show up on the planner in like little blue and green boxes, and just saying Instagram and Facebook posts at 7 o'clock recommended, something like that I think shows up. I found this really helpful, and I did test it, and you do get a lot more engagement because it's literally telling you when your followers are most active, and it's a great tool to use, so don't pass by on it. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about different Instagram features that they've brought out, which will help you blow up on Reels, or will help you in some way on Instagram to make your content look better, more engaging, and use the features to your advantage to get more views and get your content pushed out there. So the first thing is Instagram templates for Reels. So you will now scroll on your feed on Reels and see some little boxes on some Reels, not all Reels, some Reels will have a use template box above the sound. Now you should be able to click on this and it will let you create your own video, which is amazing because the amount of time I have spent cutting down videos to the correct beat, to the correct sound, to the correct time. The great thing is you can pop live videos or live photos in there and it will automatically turn them into videos and sync everything up for you, so it's all to the beat, it's all to the right time. Let's say I did a compilation of like a walking video, I did a few different outfits, walking in different places, maybe I was a travel blogger, and I just synced all these different things to the best places I've been in the last month travelling. And it would sync it all together, and you could really easily edit that reel without having to really even touch it, and then you can just post it. Like, that's literally 2 minutes worth of editing that should have taken about probably an hour or like half an hour if you were properly cutting it down and figuring everything out to the beat, uploading the reel properly. And then from there you can still add your text, your sound, your captions, everything like that. But yeah, it's a really great way to also see how other artists and collaborate with other artists work. I've used it so many times at the moment, you know, when you're just wanting to pop out content really quickly. I found this so useful, so definitely make use of the Reels template. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is not really a feature, it's more of like a just recommendation to you guys. So I found out that posting on stories was really difficult. Sometimes it'd be really high views, sometimes it'd be really low views, it'd be very hit and miss. And obviously when you've got branded content, brands that you're working with that need the views, that, you know, your content literally has to get views, otherwise they won't work with you again. Then this is for you, you need to listen to this. So basically I didn't realise or even think about this, but you know when you're scrolling on Instagram stories and like you get to like 15 slides on someone's stories and then you're like, oh my god, this is too much, I stop and I scroll, or I go off the stories page and go on to the next thing. Basically you should really be leaving 24 hours between your stories posts. So let's say I post one day absolutely full, probably about 30 slides in whole, and then I post the next day 30 slides in whole. That's 60 slides appearing on someone's profile at once at the same time. Now they're not going to tap unless they really like your content and it's a really good story, or like a travel blog through stories. They're not going to tap on 60 slides. So what you want to do is keep it to a minimum and only post 24 hours apart. So let's say you post a full day on Tuesday, maybe 3 posts on the Wednesday, and then go a full day on the Thursday again. That is the way your views will not drop on stories, and and I would recommend it when you're doing branded content to also do that, to make sure your branded content is the first thing that is coming up on your stories feed, so people aren't clicking off and your branded content is getting the most views. The next thing is also a stories feature. So some of you may know that you can now link in Instagram. So before you weren't able to link anything if you weren't over 10,000 followers in stories. I still can't link to Instagram shop because I'm not over 10,000 followers. If you want to help me get there, you can go follow me at olivia.grace.kd. But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer that we can't link to Instagram shops, especially when we're working with brands on paid collaborations, but it just is what it is. So instead, Instagram released a feature for us under 10,000 that you can link any URL to the photo that you're posting in stories, which is obviously really useful if you're just wanting to click on an affiliate link. So let's say a brand sends you an affiliate link which will track how many orders you get through in return for compensation. So you can post the branded content on your story and then add the affiliate link to the story. It makes it super easy for the consumer to just click on that link, go straight to the product and check out. I found this so useful, and I think you will too, and especially when I'm wanting to maybe tag YouTube videos, stuff like this, I use the URL link all the time. If I'm wanting to tag my website, I'll use the URL link. It's just a really useful little feature that you should make the most of. The next thing I want to talk about is also a collaborative feature. It's called the Instagram Invite to Collaborate. This feature basically allows for some posts like mine to appear on a brand's content if it was approved, if that makes sense. I did this with Indie Refill actually. If you haven't seen my recent content with Indie Refill, this is a perfect example. So basically all you do when you're posting your post is you need to go into the paid partnerships and the tags. So if you go into the tag section, you can tag the brand, but you also have the option now to click on Invite to Collaborate, and you can click on that and then you can select the brand that you want to collaborate with. They then have to go and approve that post. But through there, once they've approved, they can literally edit your post, they can boost it with ads. So if they want to put money into your post to boost it out there, they can do that so they can reach more people. But the great thing about this feature is that it will also appear on their feed. So let's say it's a brand that's got 1 million followers. Your post is also going to be seen on their feed as well as your own. You're going to share comments, you're going to share the likes. It's virtually the same post appearing on 2 profiles, which is a really great thing for creators wanting to collaborate with big brands and wanting to grow their audience. It's a great little side thing if you want to get a gifted collaboration, but you have one condition: you have to do the Invite to Collaborate. It just makes a brand more worthy to work with, and it also gives you a little bit more as well. Obviously people can click on your name because in the Invite to Collaborate it shows up as your name and the brand's name at the top, not just the brand's name or the person that's posted. It also obviously allows them to boost your work if they want to. It's a great feature for content creators and I definitely recommend using it. However, the brand does have to approve it, and you can click go and manage approvals and branded content in the insight section in your inbox, which I'll make a whole nother video about, but it's really easy to manage. It's just the brand has to approve, which can sometimes be quite difficult. Just make sure you agree in your terms and conditions and deliverables when you're agreeing with the brand to work with them. My second to last feature is now you can pin comments. So if you have a favourite comment in your comment section or some of your friends that you want to appear first, you can pin the comments to the top of the comment section. Or let's say I was doing a branded content and I wanted to put a URL link that I didn't really want in the description, but if they copied and pasted it, it would take them to the website, or it had the SKU codes for the products. I will post this in the comment section, but I would pin it to the top of my comments. All you have to do is go and click on the comment and select pin, and it will automatically boost it to the top of the comments. You can also do this for competitions. So where I announced my competition on the 1st of August, I will be putting a comment saying competition now closed, winner was, and then linking and pinning the person that won it who commented down below. One of the last features that Instagram have just released is the dual camera, which is obviously really great if you're trying to vlog or trying to just show both sides and not having to edit the photo into it. So for example, if I'm out travelling and I want to talk to camera, you can also see my face in the top corner as well as the view that I'm looking at. I believe this can be done in Reels as well as Stories, which obviously makes it really great if you're wanting to use it for dual purpose, but I would definitely be using this for Stories just to show your audience that little bit more openness about what you're doing in your day, what you're looking at, as well as speaking to camera. It gives that dual effect where you don't have to do 2 separate stories, one speaking to camera, one looking at what you're looking at. you get it both in one. And for Reels, it's really great if you're doing an information video. You can also do a green screen effect now, which is great. So if you're wanting to, for example, if I wanted to have like a backdrop here behind me of what I was speaking about, I could do that through Reels, and just have me cut out here talking, but also the video possibly scrolling or doing whatever it's doing in the background. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing more videos like this. If you did like it, leave a comment down below and let me know what you didn't know before, or what you've tried out and found most helpful, or if you know any other Instagram hacks and features that maybe I didn't mention. And I will be making a new video very soon. But if you didn't already, go follow me on Instagram. It's olivia.grace.kd, and if you comment on my recent photo found on YouTube, I will follow you back straight away. I wish you all the best. I hope you have a lovely weekend and a lovely week ahead of you, and I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye!